Hello and welcome to Vault Holocron. I'm Jonathan and today we will be discussing the Hutts. The Hutts have appeared a few times in the movies, being in both the prequels and the originals, and are an interesting species. The most well-known Hutt is Jabba, who looked over Tatooine and was part of the Grand Hutt Council. But there's a lot more to the Hutts than what we see from Jabba in the movies. The Hutts were a large, slug-like species, although being born very small, who had large mouths and stubby arms. They were tough and muscular, with 3 lungs, and their skin was leathery, slimy, and wrinkled. Their skin could be black, blue, brown, gold, green, mottled brown, purple, tan, and yellow. Hutt's skin could also be white, but this was due to a genetic defect which meant that their skin didn't produce enough pigment and was prone to cracking. Hutt's tails were supported by their spine and were able to propel a Hutt through muck, unlike legs which would just sink. However, their tails weren't as effective on land, and some Hutts even used cybernetic legs. Hutts were most comfortable in a hot, steamy environment with a horrible smell, much like their homeworld, but were found in other places too, like Jabba on Tatooine. Hutts could also live for centuries, with Jabba dying at the age of 604, and it wasn't even old age that killed him. Also, while Jabba was large, Hutts could be much larger, like the massive Mama the Hutt. Next I'm covering Hutt culture. The Hutts spoke Huttese and were mostly made up of gangsters and crime lords, overseeing criminal activities such as spice smuggling, bounty hunting, and slavery. The Hutt clan was divided into families, which were called Khajidics. These would show which family a Hutt was from, and linked to their crime gang. Classical Hutt architecture can be found on Matau, which is notable for its terraced housing, sloping gates, and dominantly white colour scheme with bits of red for decoration. There's also some Hutt architecture on Jakku and Nima Outpost as the entranceway. This is because it was founded by Nima the Hutt. The Hutts had no obligation to wear clothing, and only ever wore it through choice, and some used living chiralium tubes on their heads mimicking hair. Hutts liked to eat gulgs, slime pods, and clattering paddy frogs, and were commonly obese with the exception of Gracchus, who was really strong. They also liked hookah pipes. Every year the Hutts would celebrate Bunta Eve in honour of Bunta the Hutt, who they worshipped. Now I'm looking at the Hutt clan. The Hutt clan was a crime syndicate run by the Hutts, and had a lot of control, being one of the most powerful crime families. They were even a part of the 5 Syndicates, a group of major crime syndicates. The Hutt clan had a control over Hutt Space, a region on the border between the Mid and Outer Rim, and was a safe haven to smugglers and criminals. Now Hutta, the planet the Hutts were from, served as its capital, and was where the Grand Hutt Council was based. Speaking of the Great Hutt Council, they were the leaders of the Hutt clan, and they included multiple influential and notable Hutts. The Hutt Council were in charge of everyday issues and looked over the Hutts. They also gave the title Master of the Hutt clan to lesser Hutts who controlled territory in the name of the Hutt clan, and Hutts could get this for each system that they had control over. Next I'm covering the Hutt homeworld, Now Hutta. Now Hutta was a swampy planet in the Outer Rim. The planet was covered in bogs, had a hot climate, was very misty, and often had greasy rain, making it a great climate for the native Hutts. There wasn't much solid land around, but what there was had been taken up by the Hutts. The planet had few spaceports on the surface, due to the Hutts not requiring many, as the planet itself was rarely visited. This was because the planet's largest moon, Nar Shaddaa, was the place where they handled off-worlders. Nar Shaddaa was different from Hutt in landscape, as it was covered in cities, and its lights could be seen from space. Both Hutt and Nar Shaddaa were under the control of the Hutt clan. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dive into the Hutt, and we hope to see you later at Vault Holocron.